Hi guys, welcome to my weekly Flosstube update. My name is Emily. I'm here to show you all my cross stitch and I don't know what else I've got to show you today. We'll see as it goes along, I suppose. It is Wednesday, April the 9th, 7:10 in the evening. I'm filming in the evening rather than tomorrow morning because it's getting boiling hot in here. It's still 23.5 degrees in the conservatory. The sun has gone over. It'll be dark in about an hour and a half. Now it's about 9 o'clock at night. It gets dark now in the UK. And it's beautiful out here now, and it is cooler than it was. I've been on an early this morning, so I got up at 20 to 4 this morning, hence the bags under my eyes. I've done my shift and then I did a monumental ping pong between a pharmacy and the GP surgery to track down eye drops that fell over in the fridge and leaked. I have secured a new bottle of said eye drops, but my goodness me, I had to visit the pharmacy 3 times and the GP surgery 2 times. So I lost an hour and a half there this afternoon when I could have been having a snooze or stitching. I had a snooze when I got back in. I'm currently cooking the tea. My watch is going to give me a beeper in a minute and I'll go on pause and get the next bit of the tea on. Richard's currently having a snooze. He's having real trouble telling night from day at the moment, and he's very unaware of what time it is, and it's really frustrating him. So we've got to figure out how to get him into at the moment he still just needs to rest. Very much where we were at the same point last week. Still healing, still very fuddly with his brain, especially when he's tired. He still can see lights, but really only when he's alert and his brain wants to see lights. Sounds really funny to say it, but if he puts the bathroom light on, he can see it for a flash. Sometimes when he's really alert, he can see the furniture in the room for a second. We're talking a nanosecond before he can't see it again. But when he's very tired, he can't really see lights. We'll go out for a drive in the car tonight, see if he can see. He can see street lights because they're very bright and very directional. And he can see car lights once his eyes warm up to it, as it were. I still think there's a lot of neurology involved in his condition. I mean, his eyes are ruined, we know this, but definitely he can see things, but his brain doesn't let him see things, I think. Anyway, we're back to Sunderland on Monday for his post-op checkup, where a very clever eye guy is probably going to go, "Your eyes are ruined, mate. Sorry about that. I did what I could," is what we're expecting him to say. Won't make it any easier to hear. And here is a massive boy. His head's nearly the same size as my head. Sid, very pointedly not looking at the camera. Look at this cat, he has eyeliner. You're not impressed with me, are you? Not impressed with me. Got down. He was like, "Ugh, she touched me." I've done a fair bit of stitching this week, and I'm covered in Sid fur. They're molting like mad, and he is super plush. 6,555 stitches last week. That's Wednesday morning to Tuesday night. Year to date, 87,907. So we're going to hit the 100,000 before the end of April. I think we should do. Oh yeah, we should do by the end of April, barring another disaster, really. I've now got the hiccups. I'm going to go and see if I can get rid of the hiccups and give my pasta a stir. I won't be a minute. Right, pasta was ready. Pasta was ready, so I've drained it and stirred the pesto through. Chicken's just in the fryer. So I'm going to show you one piece and then I'm going to eat my tea and I will be back after my tea. So, beautiful bag. I reached my goal, my Whip Go goal. This is the 4th Whip Go goal of March, number 9, the new normal. I put in a total, I stitched another 695 stitches, which gave me a total of 5,055 stitches into this little piece during March and the first couple of days of April, but I have caught myself up. So it looked like this when I pulled it out at the beginning of March. It looked like this last time I filmed, and now put away in its bag it looks like this. So now you can see what I mean about the Prancy pony. Here is what I mean. You see here? Yeah, could be anything. See here? Oh, Prancy pony, there he is. So I'm just stitching that reverse with the paper pattern, and I'm counting my stitches. So now Pattern Keeper is a little bit off because the percentage now is not going to show quite true because I have put in extra stitches, but hey ho, that's just how it is. So very, very, very happy with that. Love the way he's coming out. And I think I might have just finished off the bottom of this bubble. I think there was a gap last time. Excuse me if I hadn't, if I'd already filled it in, but I don't think I had. So I filled in that bit there as well. So New Normal, which was number 9, is complete, which means that I owe myself £6. £2 coins, £6 going into number 9. And thank you very much. A Ko-fi supporter gave me this £6 to put towards one of my WhipGo goals, or one of my WhipGo prizes. So thank you very much, person who specifically said there is a WhipGo for you. Thank you. It's in my box. There we go. And I have a giveaway with a flat side. I will smooth this round. Crikey, I never seen the flat side on it before. So the giveaway is this rather lovely swirl needle minder, which is made from polymer clay. You can see how thin it is. It's very thin, very light, very strong magnets on it. So any kind of comment on this video and I'll dip for number 9 next week, and I will smooth this. It was obviously butted up against something else when it baked, and for reasons unknown, I've never smoothed that off. It will be more of a circle the next time you see it, and I will throw my phone on the floor. Oops. I will do the dip for, I still didn't even pick it up, this little guy later in the video. I'm going to stop the video now. I'm going to go and finish making the tea, and then I will eat my tea and I will be back. So leave me a comment on this video for a chance to win this rather lovely. You can see it's got the resin coating on it, which makes it good and strong. And you can see how thin it is. Anyway, swirl needle minder, and very pleased to have finished all 4 goals for March. I'm going to go and have my tea. I'll see you in a minute. Hi guys, I'm back. Had my tea, which is not feeling brilliant. I woke him from his nap and he's only had a few bites, so I think he's just very fed up actually. Yeah, so light's going to go quite quick now. It's now nearly 8 o'clock. Might have left it a bit late. If the light goes, I'll just do this in the morning, but I'm going to try and get through. Okay, so there's my stitching numbers. So what did I stitch on? I picked up, first of all, the Shores of Hawkrun Hollow, and I've done quite a lot. Turns out I picked a very sensible block, and I didn't pick it as such because it was the next block in the line. So I'm working on the central block, the first half of the central block of the Shores of Hawkrun Hollow, and I put in so far 2,055 stitches. So it now looks like this. So there, that's the middle there. So it's looking all right, isn't it? So the boat is done, the dolphin is stitched, Some of the waves, like the detail in the waves is done, and then I just need to fill in under the waves, and then the sea comes in about there, all the way across. And then I've got the sails to do, the rest of the sails, and some words. So this is going to be a nice easy block to bang out. I did the dolphin basically all in one go. That is an overdyed called Chesapeake Bay, which I thought was quite fitting, because I'm not sure where the shores of Falkland Hollow are, but I have a funny feeling they're around about there. So I'm just holding it at the halfway point. Because I did the planking this way with an overdyed roasted figs week's dye work. I just made sure the planking was a little bit feathered into the rest of the planking, so it wasn't a straight line, and then next year there's a real line through it. Obviously I'll do the rest with the rest of the same colour. So, but there we go. So there's my first whip go of the year, of this month of April's. Cracking on with that. I've hazarded to say I'm probably about halfway there with it. I don't really know how many stitches it's going to be. What I did do was put it into Pattern Keeper using the photograph. I've never managed to successfully put a photograph up in Pattern Keeper before. So I took a photo as flat as I could, as good as I could, and then put it into Pattern Keeper, and Pattern Keeper went, "This is rubbish." Basically, it went, "I don't really want to touch this, it's rubbish." And then I found that you could manually de-skew it. So basically it covers the pattern with these little blobs that you can move to line up the grids. So I had to do this all over the pattern. This is like, what is it, 96 by 96 or something. It's not massive, just to make the grids all line up. And then Pattern Keeper kind of went with it. So I've got it in Pattern Keeper. Obviously I can only mark off the symbol, the one symbol. It basically makes a full grid. It's 9,000 odd stitches, but that's including all the like fabric space. So it's nowhere near that at all. It's probably about just under 4, I reckon, which is why I think I'm about halfway there. So yeah, we'll find out how many stitches it is, because I'm counting them. But it's in Pattern Keeper, which is strange for such an old paper chart. You okay? Maddie just stuck her head out. She knows I'm recording. Oh dear. Right. So, oh, there's a jolly one. I have done a little bit of stitching on my Tiny Modernist Sal, which I'm still on part 2 of that. I put in 495 stitches. Last time I recorded it looked like this. Today it looks like this. So I think I stitched the gnome, pretty much most of the gnome, and this pot and some of this flower, that flower, and some of this cactus. I think this is the last thing on this edge here. So I'm coming along. It's looking brilliant. I absolutely love it, and I'm going to keep going with it. I stitch on this sometimes in the mornings upstairs if I'm off work and Richard is sleeping. I'll maybe I put some stitches into this in the bedroom. That's one of my things that I stitch up there. Next thing I've worked on was my Emma Congdon piece, which is one of my Whip Go goals for April, City of Love. And I've put in 1,381 stitches. Here's where it is when I picked it up at the start of my rotation on it. There's an awful lot of seagulls flying over. We're not by the sea, we're by a rubbish dump, just so you know. Anyway, here is where I am now. So I thought what I'd do is, I was putting in colours here, and I thought, you know what, I want to go up. So I picked this blue here and went up, and then the same mauvey colour, 153 I think it is, went up there. And then I put in more of this blue colour here, and then I've got, I think it's 81, no, that's 153 I think, same. I put in some of that very, very pale pink 818 or 819 there. And I'm currently just putting in, there's only a few white stitches. There's like a column of white up here, and then there's some white up here, and that'll be the white all done. So yeah, love it. So that's the size. You can see the size is going to be, it finishes just above this, like literally 2 or 3 lines above this purple line here, and then it's square. So it probably will completely fit into this Q-snap, I think. But there we go. I'm getting on with this, which I'm really enjoying. It's 22 count hard hanger, this 1 strand of DMC on 22 count hard hanger, which I run the risk of slipping my stitches underneath. I've got to be very gentle. I am a fierce stitcher. I stitch quickly and fiercely, really tug and pull at my stitches, which I can't do on 22 count. I really can't do it on 25 count, which is problematic for me, which is why I don't use it very much. 22 count is just the same. So that's where I am right now. That's 1,381 of a 5,000 goal. So I've done some on that. And then Treasure Hunt Bookshelf has suffered this week because I'm only putting in a strand, sometimes 2 in the evenings. And I've only put in 629 in the last week, which is a bit low even for me. So it looked like this last time I recorded. This week it looks like this. I'm still trucking along with my 939 basically because it's easy stitching, but I'm still only putting in 1 strand or so a night. So that's where I am now. I need to have a really good go at this and put in a big chunk of stitching. I don't need to, I would like to put in a really big chunk of stitching, and by that I mean over 1,000 stitches, just to give myself a bit of a zhuzh into it, you know, a bit of pep and really get on with something. There's something very definite here that I think I need to find. Don't know what that is. Something very definite is turning up there that I'm literally outlining. This is the line of the next bookshelf here. And then I've got this reddish book here that I'm still, and there's the first book, which is kind of very dark and burgundy and right at the edge. And this is the edge, top corner. We're still top corner here. So top left corner, top right corner's beautiful. Top right corner's where I started 2 years more ago. That corner's all done. I did that corner first. Just the corner, you know, very quickly it goes into, I didn't finish any of the stitching. So I'm going to have a really good go at that very shortly. And that's good. And then I have 2 new starts. And I have started Fishy Going On, and I have started Fish and Ships. So Fish and Ships has got the most stitches, 978 into Fish and Ships, and here is Fish and Ships. So this is the turquoise teal, overdyed with spots because I hoid the dye on before it had melted properly, before it had dissolved properly, and that's just me being a bit gung-ho. So I have a big blue whale here with 2 little birdies in him. I haven't quite finished his tail, and there's a butterfly, and there's the corner. I'm leaving lots of little bits and pieces because I have things in this bag that I'm going to use. And then the other one, which is Fishy Goings On, is here. And you've got the reverse. So you can see how perfect it is. It's so good. And this has only got, hang on, let me pull my piece of paper up, 320 stitches into this one. I am using a sulky, the dark purple. It is purple, it looks very inky, it's really indigo, but it has got the purple tone to it. I'm using a 12 weight sulky. This is 18 count Ada, so 12 weight is perfect on it. And I am using an Aurifil in this glorious turquoise teal, hence why I needed turquoise teal fabric. Now that matches. That is perfect. This we love. It does. It is fluffy when you stitch. I think I need to find a slightly bigger needle. I stitch with 26s. I think I use 26s, and usually Millwood 26s, and this is a little bit shreddy. I think I need to find a, do I use 28s? Tiddly tiny needles anyway. I need to find the next size bigger needle. I've got tons. I just need to dredge one out. But this is Aurifil 12 weight cotton and Sulky 12 weight cotton. And I've got beads. And I was quite happy with my beads until I looked at my beads and realised that on 18 count, size 8 beads were going to be huge, absolutely enormously huge, and that I was going to need Delica beads. Tiny, tiddly size 15 Delica beads. And I found some, and they arrived today. I have got shiny ones, and I have got matte ones. I'm going to use these, the matte ones, on this. Light. Too much light. Where's my cardboard gone? There. So I'm going to use those. Opaque turquoise. Where is my... So you can see they're the right beads for the job that I have got here. So I've got opaque turquoise beads, and they are tiny, that they should fit nicely in amongst the stitching. And some things I'm going to bead and some things I'm going to stitch, just depending on how I feel. And I know that I'm going to come up against a problem because they are bigger than my Q-snap, that I'm going to have to move my Q-snap. So because they are square, I'm going to hand make Q-snaps that fit the pieces so that I don't ever need to move the Q-snap. They'll be big. They'll be about, they might even be 17 squares, but we'll see. 17-inch squares, we'll see. I'm probably going to stitch all the way across the top because they're square, and then I'll know exactly how far along I need to make them, and then I'm going to hand make myself some Q-snaps. So that's what we're going to do. And then on this one, my tealy turquoise, I have got two choices here. I have got transparent frosted cobalt, which are about as perfect's going to get. And then I also got matte colour iris blue, which are slightly variegated. Yes, you can just about see that they are slightly variegated. Those I like very much. I might just use the purpley blue ones. I'm not yet sure if I'm going to mix my two sorts of beads together or whether I'm going to just stick to the one sort of beads, but I know exactly what I've got and what I ordered, so I can easily go back and order more, because that's not going to be enough realistically, is it? But thank you for my stitchy gifts, because that means I can order a bag of beads and it's no bother. It's no problem at all. I can just order a little bag of beads, and yeah, it's good. So I've started both of those, so that kind of takes away from my April stitching. I have decided to let go the Cross Stitch Studio Mystery Stitch Along. What I think I've started parts 1, 2 and 3. So I think the only thing I'm going to try and do this year is finish parts 1, 2 and 3, because I'm pretty sure at the end of the year we'll get a full pattern, and if I can completely mark off 3 parts, I think that'll be really good. And then going forwards I can stitch from a full PDF rather than little tiny pieces, like one page coming out 1 page at a time, which would have been fine had I kept up with it or done what I was going to do, which was start each piece as it came out. I haven't stitched on it since Rich went into hospital, so I've had to let that go. And yeah, if I get the 3 pieces, the 3 pages that I've started finished, I'll be very happy. I think that's going to be like 12,000 stitches. And it means that when I get the full pattern, I can just mark off the 3 pages as complete, and I don't need to fuss on with it. So that fell behind, I'm afraid, and has got left behind. But I've got 2 new long dogs. I've got my tiny modernist Sal, 3 other new starts for the year, so I'm really happy with those. 324 has also fallen by the wayside for now. Don't know, I just don't feel quite right stitching on it at the moment, so I've just put it to one side and I'll come back to it. And also my Mill Hill, I was going to try and get all the cross stitch done 1 a month, so that I was ready to bead them. That's obviously gone on pause for another time. So I'm just going to concentrate on my Whipco goals, my tiny modernist Sal and my 2 new long dogs, and I'm just going to stitch on them when I fancy them and try and get my Whipco goals fitted in, because I love all my Whipco pieces. I still want to definitely work on my Whipco pieces. When I go up to my big basket upstairs and leaf through the project bags, I'm like, oh, I love that one. Oh, I want to stitch on that one. And I want to do it. Haven't yet picked up. I'm going to finish Shores of Hawkgren Hollow before I pick up Halloween at Hawkgren Hollow for sure. And I'm going to pick up meditation at some point and start on meditation, because I can run that concurrently with City of Love, because they're so very different. But I think 1 Hawkgren Hollow in a Q-snap at a time is enough. So I'm going to get my ship and my words done and the sea, and then I'll get on with my pumpkin patch. So that's good. That's that. And that's all my stitching for the week. Good amount. 6,555. So just hovering around the 7,000 stitches a week, which is 1,000 stitches a day. Some days I'm doing a lot and some days I'm doing about 300. It just depends on the day and what shift I'm working. Today's going to be a low stitch day because I did an early. Get a bit groggy on an early, but it'll still be 300 or 400 stitches. But tomorrow I'm off work, so I'm probably going to do a whole pile tomorrow first thing in the morning. Tomorrow I am posting out Ko-fi orders. Thank you to everybody who visited my little Ko-fi page and visited the shop. I went to sleep that evening and woke up the next morning to a whole raft of orders, which made me scratch my... Oh no, I went to work. Sorry, I went to work, posted my video and I went to work. And then I realised when I finished work, I realised there was an awful lot of orders pending. And I was like, oh, brilliant, this is magical. And it is absolutely magical. And then I realised that I made a small error and didn't set Ko-fi to mark things as sold out, because on Etsy and on eBay, if you list one item, it is one item. On Ko-fi, it means you are listing it. And if somebody buys it, that's fine. And the listing stays live and somebody else can buy it. Now, a lot of my things I had more than one of. That was fine. I had more than one of. 2 or 3 of the things I did not. And Lizzie has produced and posted and I've got them and they're ready to go. And I remade some things which will go out tomorrow. Hence why they're a little bit later posting than might have been. Anyway, I will be listing more of Lizzie's things she has made. I'm just going to reach for them. Because she posted up to me. Ooh, light. She has made me some Easter bookmarks with most marvellous Easter eggs on them. They're metallic-y. That's why they're catching the light funny. So she's made me 2. Oh, they're all, of course, they're all different. She's made me 2 blue, 2 pink and 2 green. And they've got leaves on the back. So these will have beautiful tassels. She sent me up the tassels as well. So these will be lifted. And then I've got some bookmarks that she did for me before that are in here. Oh, these are rather lovely. These need varnishing and tasseling. I'm just going to show you quickly a couple of these so that you know the sort of thing that I'll be putting up. Oh, that one's stuck. So there's bees. There's a lily pond. A couple of lily ponds. And we have, what's this one? Oh, we have moon phases. Oh, they are all the phases of the moon. And then they've got the beautiful flowers on the back. So I'm going to get these varnished up tasseled up, and then I will get them listed as well. So Lizzie bookmarks going up on Ko-fi, and I've also got some of my new stamp needle minders are ready to go. So I will be popping them in my Ko-fi shop too. So when you see this video, if you fancy popping along to my Ko-fi and just see what I've popped in that's different, I'm probably going to pop something before each video or around about each video. I'm probably going to put a few of my old listings up. I've put a few old listings up as well, mostly slightly newer fun things, my rainbow needle minders, and all the dragon eyes that I had left over from Etsy are listed, and quite a few of the old, I'm just seeing what's in my little boxes here. Quite a few of the old scissor fobs and things are listed, and some of the springy bunnies, last year's spring bunnies that are actually bunny shaped. They're wooden shapes with bunnies and sheepies and things on them. I've popped them up as well. So I'm just kind of, and the birds. Ooh. You see the magnets. Yeah, whole other pile of Lizzie's needle minders. There's some beautiful ones. There's a moth lady there. You can see they've got the shiny resin coating on them. Anyway, there's some other things in, and the birdies, the spring birds are listed as well. So things that I'm listing, I'm putting in little drawers so I know exactly where I am. I'm looking at the Easter needle minder of the months, which I am working on right now. That's a polymer clay one, and I love them already. I love them already. So hopefully they will be in better time this month. And the only thing that remains is to give away this little bunny scissor fob for last week's Whip Go Goal finish. And I'm going to just stop my video, do the spin thing, and then I'll be back to let you know the winner. So I'll do that right now. There we go, the light's just starting to go, so we're nearly done. I'll put it up here. So I just did that, pulled up my video and posted the link, and just said anything goes. And as you can see, the winner is Angel Chadwell, and this little bunny scissor fob is yours. And if you message me either on Instagram or very carefully send me an email to the email listed below, or you can go to Ko-fi and send me a message on Ko-fi, and just I will pick up your message. I just need to know your mailing address, and I will get this in the post to you. And the last one, the love I still have, I will post that out at the same time. I'm so sorry, you know my life went bananas, but for the number 20, I have your address. I will get this and this in the post. So that's to be done. So posting tomorrow, day off tomorrow. I will see all 4 of my children tomorrow because Lizzie came up this afternoon. She's with her boyfriend. She is very nearby, but she's with her boyfriend. And I've got my little boy tomorrow, and I'll be moving Flora from her boyfriend to my parents. So I'll see her. Maddie will be here working because she's brilliant. And I will see Lizzie and I will see Austin. So I will see all 4 of my children tomorrow, which I'm really happy about. And I just hope Richard rallies a little bit because he's a little bit sad at the moment, and he hasn't got much appetite and he isn't doing very much, and he gets very tired very quickly, and I think he just needs time to heal. I really do. Right guys, I've gone all pixely because the light is going very quickly now. I'm going to say goodbye, and I will be back in a week's time to show you what I've done in the week between now and next week. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.